Hello everyone, this is the Dell Streak 7-inch version which I mentioned in my last video, and the reason I'm talking about it today is, well, one, partly because I've just brought a few clearance items from one of my suppliers which I will be selling either on eBay or my main website, which is www.OakaTree.com. Right, okay, what can I say about this? Well, like I said, I'm looking to buy something along these lines in the near future. Up until now, my top contenders have been the Acer W500, which is a 10.1 inch display, and the new Galaxy Tab, which is also has a 10.1 inch display. I had a look at both of these models yesterday in a local retailer's, and I had a chance to have a good look. They had quite a variety of models. They had the HTC Flyer, the Motorola, you name it. I think just about all of them were there, including a Sony tablet, which I hadn't actually seen in the flesh before. So it was a good chance to, help me come to a decision on which one to buy. Now, on the surface, the 10-inch is still a good choice, but there's a slight negative in the sense that because of the size, they do feel a bit heavy, and for the type of use I would likely use it for, i.e. when commuting, etc., if you imagine a 10-inch display, it's quite large and relatively heavy if, for example, you're stuck on a tube and, as is likely in London, you're often as likely to be standing up as you are sitting down. And if you're having to hold a 10-inch display, with one hand, because more likely than not you're going to have to support yourself by holding onto a bar, it may be a bit of an inconvenience. And that's when the 7-inch tablet starts to look more attractive. Also is easier to tuck away. Say you get to your stop, you need to quickly put your things away so as not to miss your stop. And I can imagine the 10-inch being a bit cumbersome and possibly getting knocked about. Just to give you a sense of proportion, I could be wrong, but if for example you compare my Galaxy S2, this is a 4.3 inch display. Broadly speaking, when you go from this to a 7-inch display, the size is, if you imagine the height, is basically the width of a 7-inch tablet. And broadly speaking, if you go from a 7-inch to a 10-inch, if you imagine this is the 7-inch and this is the 10-inch, broadly speaking, the difference in size is fairly similar. So you could almost say that you could imagine this being a 10-inch tablet, you'd be holding it like this. So, it's a nice size, but it might not be the best choice for commuting. If like me, you commute in a congested area like London. Having said that, if you're on a longer journey, which isn't so crowded, you've got a nice comfortable chair to sit in, the 10-inch starts to make more sense. Anyway, having said that, I like the size. I do like the size. Right, okay, now in terms of another interesting thing that's come to mind is value for money. Now, when I do make my final decision, there's a strong possibility that, besides me having the ability to get clearance stock, I would also look for a non-3G version of whatever tablet I buy. And the reason I say that is because I already have a smartphone. So if you're starting from scratch and you haven't got a smartphone and you haven't got a tablet, I would strongly recommend that when you do choose your smartphone, choose one that has the ability to act as a wireless hotspot, or the technical term you could call it tethering. So get yourself a smartphone that has tethering capability, and also make sure that you get a contract that has that enabled. The reason I say that is that once you have 3G capability on your smartphone with tethering, it means that when you make the decision to buy a tablet, you can save yourself some money, because you don't have to buy a 3G tablet with a contract. You just simply get a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth version, and because your smartphone has tethering capability, you simply enable this as a Wi-Fi hotspot, link your tablet to it, and there you go. So I think it's a great way of getting good value, and in a sense not feeling that you have to justify the purchase of both, because you don't need to. They become complementary rather than overlapping too much in their functionality. Right, okay, so for example, I have already done that on here. Now, assuming that you have an Android phone that has the ability to tether, and you don't quite know how to do that, you simply turn it on, go into the settings menu, and where you find wireless and networks, if you do have the tethering feature, you will see right at the bottom you have tethering and portable hotspot. So you simply press on that, portable Wi-Fi hotspot settings. Obviously I've set mine up before, so I simply click on the box. It turns off normal Wi-Fi, switches to the tethering mode, which you see you've got a blue icon up there, and now it is a Wi-Fi hotspot. Once that's been done, you simply go to your tablet, go into the settings menu, wireless and networks, Wi-Fi. Obviously I've already set it up, but I'm connected to it already. Oh, silly me, I've just turned it off, but I'm connected already, so I can use that to surf. So it's a great way of getting good value for money from having both a smartphone and a tablet.